Hey, what's up, Crypto Army? I'm Travis, your crypto newbie, bringing you my experiences. You have to learn things the hard way. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor, and none of my content should be viewed as financial advice. Just a quick update on Reflex Finance. Not a lot of information, just some relevant information that I think you're going to find helpful. The first big update is from Miles, the CEO of Reflex Finance, and he released this message. And you don't see this very often. Well, to be honest, I don't know that I've ever actually seen it from a project, but he's basically telling the community, hey, it's all one big happy family for crypto. It doesn't have to be this craziness that we've been seeing through the crypto space of people hating projects and commenting FUD and trying to spread FUD and trying to destroy other projects because they see them as competition. It doesn't have to be that way. And that's what he's trying to get across, is he's trying to lead by that example of reaching out to other projects, congratulating them on good launches, because BUSD Buffet had a great launch. Right after Reflex had their launch, BUSD Buffet had theirs a day or two later. And it was a pretty good launch. They didn't have any real big issues, and it's doing pretty good right now. They had a much smaller community, so they've got a lot less holders, but it's a very good launch. And that's really what he's saying is, we're all in this together. We don't have to be enemies for no apparent reason. And he wants the community to kind of live by that same example, which is kind of refreshing in this space because most projects are really, really defensive and almost aggressive towards other projects when they launch, spreading FUD, paying for bots to attack, paying for bots to attack YouTubers. That happened to Evergrow Coin, where pretty much every YouTuber had their videos being bot disliked. And it was kind of ridiculous. It was like 1,000 dislikes when the videos only had a couple hundred views. It was kind of nuts, but people are paying for those services to bring down projects, whether they see them as competition. I don't know. I don't completely understand it. Most investors see diversification as a good thing. I'm not exactly sure why that gets lost in the crypto space, but it definitely does happen. And he's really calling on the entire community to represent what we stand for with respect and honor, which is kind of commendable. So I got to give it to Miles. He did a really good job here of leading by example. And kind of with that, just a reminder, tonight is the DFi Round Table at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 3 a.m. UTC. And it's the first of its kind. I don't plan on live streaming this one again unless there's a whole bunch of interest in me doing that. It's kind of late to do a live stream. I do plan on monitoring, so I'll be hitting the spaces kind of listening to what they have to talk about because I follow most of these projects. And I've done content on at least half of them, depending on how many are there. And I always like watching Mobile Trades videos, so it seems like a no-brainer to kind of tune in and see what this is going to be about. Now, if we look at the price, you can see we're still down from the initial launch, where we were at around 5,000 after that giant candle that started this thing off. But we're only about a week and a half old project. That's not unusual. Now, when they launch the staking utility here at the end of this week, we'll probably see a little bit of an increase with that. And we might start seeing that come pretty quick here because there's usually a little bit of a buy before the launch of something. And then we've got the Legion Launchpad launching, at least in beta form, next month. So we're only a couple weeks from major utility launching. I mean, a Launchpad's kind of big news. It's major utility. And hopefully the word's getting out to potentially projects that are going to launch around the same time to try to get in on those launches. Probably in April timeframe is when it'll be up and ready for people to actually go. Now, if we look at the holders, you can see we've had pretty steady growth. We're about 4,500 people that have invested in this since launch day, which is decent. That's pretty good. Now, there was a lot of FUD going around after launch day, so I think that had people nervous initially. My guess is that when they launch the staking utility, again, we'll start to see more investors come in, and they are doing a pretty good push with the marketing right now. And we can see that with this recent article from Globe Newswire talking about the next safe moon is Reflex, which would be amazing because that's a lot of holders. And it talks a little bit about their launchpad and kind of what they're trying to do with their project moving forward. It's a good article, good read. I'll put the link in the description if you want to check it out. But we're starting to see a lot of this marketing start to go forward. So we should start seeing the benefits of that over time, probably around the same time that the Launchpad happens. Now, again, the Launchpad isn't even the secret utility. Now, there has been an update regarding the BitMart launch. Now, it's going to be listed in the next week and a half or so on BitMart. And it's actually going to be some tokenomics that come back to the community from that listing, which is unusual because most projects haven't figured that out yet. and Reflex has. So they're going to be getting 4% back for marketing, 2% for buyback and burn, and 1% for the staking pool that feeds back into the decentralized exchange community. That's phenomenal. And I'd mentioned in a previous video, BitMart has been trying to get this tokenomics thing working a little bit better. So we're starting to see that. Now just keep in mind, that's phase 1 tokenomics. So once it switches over to phase 2, those numbers will adjust. That's pretty much it for today's update. Hopefully you found the content helpful. Now just a reminder, tomorrow, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there's going to be another AMA from the team, and we'll probably get some more information about staking. I'm kind of hoping that maybe staking will launch. So that might be one that you want to definitely check out. I will be live streaming the event, so you can come to the channel, hang out, ask any questions as we go through the AMA process. If I have the answers, I'll give you the answers that I have. If I don't have the answers, I'll try to ask the team the questions during the AMA, or I'll send them a note and try to get back an update after the AMA on the answers to those questions. Now let me know in the comments, is there anybody that isn't going to be doing any of the staking? And if you're not, then why? I'm kind of curious. I assume everybody's going to stake because it's kind of like getting free money. It's kind of a nice feature, but everybody has a different situation, so let me know. Until next time, stay strong with those diamond hands.